Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. I'm doing this video about smear campaigns because I've just been getting so many questions from you guys about smear campaigns, and I've done other videos about them, and please go watch them because I'm not going to go over a bunch of what I already have, things like what to do about them and things like that. So go watch those if you're interested in stuff like that and you have more questions that I don't answer. So what I'm trying to do is answer a bunch of questions you guys have been giving me about smear campaigns. Stuff like the psychology of them and why and what they're thinking, what they're doing. So I hope this helps. So I'm going to start with another definition of smear campaigns. Also known as a smear tactic, an effort to damage or call in question someone's reputation by propounding negative propaganda. Wikipedia says smear campaign is a weapon used by psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, and borderlines. It's antisocial behavior. So smear campaigns happen in any kind of relationship. Most of you guys watching have probably suffered from narcissistic abuse. And most of you guys watching are away from it. It's over now. The relationship is over. And you're most likely suffering from some kind of a smear campaign afterwards. That's what they do. But it doesn't have to be a romantic or intimate relationship. It can be within the family. It can be within friends. It can be at work, social networks. It could be at school. It could be in the political world, the public media, things like this. Do you see a common denominator? Groups. Groups. Smear campaigns are reliant on groups. They need them. They can't exist without the group of people supporting it, which are then called flying monkeys. That's where the term flying monkeys came from. So the group, when there's a smear campaign launched on an individual in the group, it's them against the individual, and then the group becomes a gang. There's unification within that group that supports the smear campaign. They're unified as one. And they lose conscience. They lose their conscience. They lose empathy towards the victim because they give it to the group. See, you'll have people supporting a smear campaign and be flying monkeys, and they may not be horrible people, okay? They get caught up in it. They lose their conscience, their empathy, their feelings towards that person in the group. They give it to the group. It's much like the employee that says, oh, I just work here. You know, I'm sorry the bank took your home, but I just work here. It's like, well, you're part of the bank. Even the person that did the paperwork to take the home is part of the bank, just like you are. So the narcissistic leader targets one individual in a group. And the group can be excited. The fight. They can be excited about the fight. And the people that support it become an unconscious sadist. Carrie Barron, a doctor, Carrie Barron, MD, actually said that. Actually said that the group will be excited by the fight and the participants become unconscious sadists. It instills an inner sense of superiority. Very important. Why? Why do they do it? Why do the narcissistic leaders start this? What's driving them? A preemptive strike to deflect exposure. Okay, that's the number one thing. And they must be first. That preemptive strike. They have to tell you first. Typically, they believe you know them. See, in a relationship, whatever it is, they believe that you know them. You got to know them somehow, and you will tell the group what they are. So they have to say it first. The number one reason a sociopath narcissist always needs control. Okay? That's the number one reason they do this. Sociopaths and narcissists always need control. They need to control their victims. They need to control people and situations. They attempted to control you first. You know, they could get you to help them a bunch. They could get you to give them attention, sex, money, whatever they're getting. They're trying to control you. Okay? Even in one meeting, their intentions are to always control you. You could just meet them one time. They want to control you. They want to dominate This is about dominance, okay? To the sociopath, you are not a person. Sociopaths do not believe that you are a human being. And if they cannot control you, if you leave, if that relationship ends, bottom line, they cannot control you. They attempt to control others' view or opinion of you. Subjugation. Attempting to control. The number two reason, they attack. Or not the reason, the number two thing they do, the attack. It must be shocking because it has to be worse than what they are. Right? Or it's just complete projection. They just totally accuse their victim of what they are. It has to be unforgivable. It has to be something that when you hear it, you can't forgive it. Because it can't just be subtle to where it's like, oh, no big deal. It has to be bad. It has to be something really bad that you can't forgive someone for. And it has to be somewhat believable, right? You can't just say everyone is a pedophile. No. Maybe just a rapist or something like that, right? But here's the reason why. I'll go back. The attack must be shocking, okay? Because it's a call to action. So it has to be shocking. It has to be unforgivable so that you do something about it. This is their plan, okay? It also has to be justified. There has to be justification. So the narcissist must be able to justify the abuse for themselves and also the group. So they'll say the victim is so bad, it's okay to abuse them. Smear campaign is abuse. So I'm going to abuse, if I was a narcissist and I'm going to attack, smear campaign somebody, I got to give a reason, a good enough reason. I got to justify why it's okay to abuse this person. But the biggest thing is also, you have to I have to justify it for everyone else to attack the person. It's got to be shocking, unforgivable. The reasons people do this and participate is very similar to the narcissist false ego. Why they create a false ego. They create this false persona to hide their shame, to hide how bad they feel about themselves. So they attack a person because they feel inferior. And attacking a person you feel inferior to does just that. You can knock them down. Now you can feel better than they are, than who they are. Narcissists are maladaptive in the sense that they lack complete emotional functions. They're primitive. They attack when vulnerable. So if you know the narcissist's weakness and they cannot control you, they attack you or use others to do it for them. The strategy: upset the victim until the victim loses control. Right? Attack, attack, attack. Accuse, say so many bad things until the victim finally freaks out and says, no, it's not me, or gets really angry and attacks them, or sits there and just defends themselves. I didn't do that. That's all lies. The group believes the narcissist. The reward, the narcissist is elevated in the group. Okay? Number two reason to exploit their victim is to elevate their status. You have to ask yourself, why is this person keep attacking someone? There's a reason. Not because they're a hero. There's nothing heroic about abusing someone. Okay? The number three reason is rewriting the narrative. So they know they're a bad person. They know they messed up, did something wrong. Relationship ended. They can't control you anymore. So a part of this is rewriting what they want to rewrite what happened. They don't want to be guilty, you know. In the delusional mind of the narcissist, they must blame shift, and the smear campaign is the ultimate stage. It's your fault. It's your fault. You did it. You're a bad person. It's because they feel so much shame. It's projection. That's why they point the fingers and blame. People that do that, point fingers and blame and accuse, is evidence of smearing. Watch for it. What fuels the sociopath narcissist? The need to win. obsession. They won't stop. The abuser must take away your allies and supporters. They want to steal them first and take it for themselves, but the most important thing is to take them away from you so you don't have them. Most common question I get is, when will it stop? People ask me all the time, man. They go through this for 6 months, a year, 2 years. You know, I mean, one person says something bad about them. Okay, you said it. That's your opinion, what you think of them. But it goes on for 6 months, a year, 2 years. They'll stop at nothing, guys. They will create false people and send themselves emails and text messages and phone calls. And they'll say, look, here's the evidence. They'll make up evidence. They'll misconstrue facts. These are sadists with huge deficits in their lives. They enjoy it, and they won't stop until they have won. People that smear others do not possess the ability to achieve happiness or gratification in their lives. Period. People that do that will never be happy. And they know it. And they believe that this abuse gives them some kind of emotional gratification and control and superiority. And it's abusive and it's destructive. I hope this answers some more questions for you guys. I've gotten all kinds of questions. When will it stop? What are they doing? Why are they doing this? So I hope that some of this helped with that. And like I said, I've made other videos about it. If you have more questions, go back and watch those, because I talk about different proponents of the smear campaign. Okay? So always treat everyone nice and love yourself first, okay? See you again later. Bye-bye.